So this is the Big Motor Small Blade podcast. I'm going to start out this pod by saying NASCAR is for everyone, except for Texas Motor Speedway. Anyway, let's get into the all-star race. We have the guys from Left Turn Colt here. We have Dalton Good right here up in, I guess it would be your bottom left. And then your top left is Cody Powers.
AKA Seth.
Yeah.
They're wearing the exact same thing for whatever reason. And I told Dalton that I was not wearing a Kyle Busch shirt.
Do you even own a Kyle Busch shirt, buddy?
I do not.
Okay.
I do not.
Oh, you should.
Well,
it's pretty
sir,
nice.
So
I own one.
I'm wondering, can you do short track racing face with pit vipers? I think I'm gonna call that a success.
Yeah. Yeah, Dalton, I don't own a Kyle Busch shirt. I said last night on the pre-race show that Kyle Busch was my favorite driver, and then he wrecked today. So,
well, fuck you.
I'm sorry.
It's all your fault.
He also picked him too.
I did pick
Fuck!
him. No, I didn't. Did I?
Yeah, he did.
Oh shit, I did pick Kyle, but hey, I still won the picks though.
Fuck.
That picked Tyler Reddick.
My dumbass was like, "Fuck it, Tyler Reddick is gonna come from the back, it come from the open, win that, then get into the field, win the All-Star race," and that really didn't fucking.
Well, I predicted on the Left Turn Colt show that Tyler Reddick was gonna wreck today, and whoops. Sorry, Cody.
I've seen Tyler wreck more times than any other driver I love. It's just each time Tyler wrecks, when he's showing that like it's going to be his week, just another part of my soul like dies off. I don't know how many more I could take this season before I'm soulless.
I thought Bristol was enough.
Oh,
yeah, Bristol took like 75% then and there.
I can't do these anymore.
Dude, I was killing it with the picks tonight because not only did I pick Kyle Busch to beat Tyler Reddick, won by default, and I also said he was going to win by default because Reddick wasn't going to make it. I also said Kevin Harvick was going to run 15th to 20th tonight, and I spot on with that one, so I'll take that.
I think he finished higher than that though. So.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he finished like 12th, I think. Yeah, fuck. Damn
it, my driver finished better.
Yeah, we were sitting there talking the other week about whether or not we were talking about who's gonna win, and Buddy was like, Tyler Reddick's gonna win. I'm like, I don't think I buy it. They just have no luck whatsoever, man. It's like I don't know about Tyler Reddick.
He has the skill for it.
Oh,
he totally has the skill.
He should have won like 5 fucking times now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't doubt him. I doubt his luck. It's terrible.
Exactly. I mean, I guess we'll go ahead and start with Texas in this all-star race. Jesus Christ. Let's start with the Open. Okay, the Open. I was in the pool when the Open started.
Can I make a suggestion?
Absolutely.
Can we rewind back to the qualifying itself?
Sure.
Okay.
So, do we hate that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
I do. I mean, I'm not gonna speak for everybody.
So I don't want you to think I'm ever coming at you sideways because I'm gonna grill you. I just want to pick your brain and know why.
Yeah. No. 100%, man. What's up? Why do you? So you like it? You like that?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah. So what about it was unattractive to you? Was it the pit stop part of it?
No, it was not the pit stop part of it. I love the idea. It was just as soon as they came off pit road, you knew exactly who was going to win that thing. I think what they should have done is they should have had them start from pit road in front of the pit where the pit boxes are. They race off pit road. They do a lap. Then the next lap, they come down. They both got to get down to pit road speed. They go down their pits. You can have them side by side like that, or you can have them in pit stalls, like whatever. They do their pit stop, and then they race off back to the line and maybe do 2 more laps instead of another one, and maybe you shorten. I don't know. I feel like there's got to be more than just that one lap.
Right, but you like the overall concept. So like the overall concept, they just need to rework it.
Yeah, either that or go back to the old one. I did like the old one just because they did everybody got a chance to do it, and that was like the funnest thing in the world watching. I mean, Seth said it the other night, like Larson just sliding 7 boxes too deep. I mean, that was just kind of fun for me. But no, I like the concept, but the execution was not there. I think they're going to do it. They need to do it a different way.
That's kind of my thing about it. I didn't like it more due to the old system where we ran a lap and then pitted with no speed limit and then ran the out lap. That wasn't broken to me. I thought that was some of the most fun qualifying we had. I mean, it was a gimmick to an extent. It was ridiculous, but it was fun. So this was just kind of like, essentially, if you got off the line first, you pretty much knew what was going on, unless one of the pit crews left a tire off or a wheel off. So I don't know. Didn't do much for me. Dalton, what'd you think?
Dalton,
I don't think it was terrible.
Everything's great.
yeah, pretty much. Well, I don't think it was terrible. I mean, there could have definitely been tweaks to it, but I mean, I'm glad they're at least bringing back, showing off the pit crews and what they've done all season long and just showcasing their talent. But yeah. I mean, like you said, it was pretty much over. Like the guy who left pit road first was obviously going to win the whole thing. I wonder what would have happened if they would have added an extra lap. I don't know. It's Texas. What the hell am I talking about? I feel like maybe one way to make it better was you actually do a whole lap first, come to pit road at the same time, then do it, and then go from there. But again, just my thoughts on improvement. It could definitely improve. I mean, it wasn't terrible. I'm glad they're bringing some kind of pit crew challenge back, but I don't know. Just go back to the old OG pit crew challenge back at Charlotte.
Yeah.
So I think it was exciting. I thought it was really interesting, and I loved how bare bones it was, right? We got to see the driver's skill of takeoff, then pitting, and we genuinely got to see what the difference was in between a pit stop that took, 0.2 seconds quicker. And you could see that in the pull off itself, right? Those few guys who pulled in dead on, but one guy was just 2 car lengths ahead, coming out of pit road. We got to see like how crucial those like tiny fractions of a second are to positioning on the track in green flag pit stops, right? Yeah. I thought it was a really great visualization of that, but like at a slower level.
Yeah, I don't want to get too deep into it, but I get what you're saying there as far as like how you could really tell how much time it really is on the racetrack, right? I think, what do you think about this idea? They do 3 laps or whatever, but I guess it kind of takes out the element of them being side by side on pit road and seeing the launch and seeing that. What do you think about doing 3 laps and you can pit on either the first or second lap? And that way they might do it differently and you could see it kind of overlap and you see the in and out laps and see how that lines up. I don't know. It's all an idea, right?
You could do the launch from the start finish line.
Or something like that. Yeah.
And set them up in equally beneficial or non-beneficial pit stop or pit stall locations, however you want to quantify that. And then you'll be able to see that too. Maybe not quite as well as you would side by side, which seems to be the part of it you liked, which was a pretty good point. I hadn't actually even thought about it that way, but you could, because if you start from anywhere other than the 10 feet back that they did or whatever the hell it was, then it's not really safe enough to do it side by side for the crews like that. So
going full metal then.
Do what?
You're just going full metal.
Yeah, full metal.
Yeah. Also, can we is like, I don't know if any of us have ever been to Texas, but I know there's like a time zone difference. Is like 10 seconds shorter in Texas than in anywhere else, because that was not fucking 10 seconds from when the girl walked by with the board. It was 7 seconds tops. I timed it once.
Yeah. Everything in Texas is just different. Like everything in that track is just different. When people, like the whole built different thing, if you were to Google that, like on Urban Dictionary, Texas is what pops up, just the state as a whole.
Bigger and different don't necessarily mean better all the time.
I think they had to make up for the fact that the first time they did it, it was like 2 minutes. So the rest of the time they had to like make up that time because Fox was pissed off about it.
Yeah, you're on to something there. You're on to something there, Chief. But yeah, I mean, qualifying, there's many ways you could do it. I think refining it, they can figure out a better way to do it, and it'll be fine. I mean, ultimately, I would like to see all the crews get a shot at it, but it is what it is, right? What?
Kind of think I wouldn't even mind if they did just the regular pit stop challenge again, just make that qualifying.
Or that
That'd be fun too.
Yeah. I mean, do it right there on pit road.
Yeah.
I mean, because they used to do that at Rockingham when Rockingham was the second to last race of the season. They used to do that. They used to be the world finals of pit crew competitions or whatever. They used to do it.
And it was like
year.
indoors and everything.
Yeah. In fact, I almost bought a Matkins of Killer Bees 2003 World Champion T-shirt.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I almost bought it off eBay. I might still buy it. I don't know. But yeah. So yeah, they could do something like that too, and that would be fun. But yeah, moving on to the Open, we saw who got it. It was Stenhouse got in stage 1. Stage 2, it was Chris Buescher. Stage 3, Suarez. Jones won the fan vote. I was sleeping on the man Chris. I didn't. We thought Stenhouse and who else? I say Suarez got in.
Yeah.
I was sleeping on Chris, man.
Chris is actually good at Texas, to be completely honest with you. I mean, he runs top 10 every time we go there. I even told Jacob that last week. Yeah. And hometown track too.
Yeah. He's underrated. Chris is so underrated. I feel
he can stay clean. Like that's the biggest hurdle, right? Chris Buescher is the last guy that I'm ever putting in like a lineup or putting money on ever. Because it's like he's gonna run top 10 if he has just a great day, but anything less than great is like 35th.
That's true. He'll run where the equipment gives him unless anything else, anything happens out of normal. But yeah, I mean the Open was boring. It wasn't like I'm not a fan of the 3-stage Open type of deal they got. I like the old, like it's like 20 laps, you win or you go home. I mean, I think I mean, you had a year and a half to win a race. Why are you getting 3 more stages to do it? Like, you know? Yeah. Winner go home and a fan vote winner. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I like how it was back at Charlotte when we had just 2 segments, 50 laps, 25 laps, stage 1, or whoever leads the 25 lap go on, and then winner the 50th lap, they move on to then the Smol van vote. I think Smol is just the way to go, kind of like the old All-Star format, which we'll definitely get to later on. But yeah, Smol is key. I mean, I don't know why it has to be so complicated nowadays, but I'm not a NASCAR executive, so I don't know.
Yeah, Cody.
I think that the field is overcrowded already. I think that last year's winners shouldn't automatically lock in per se. I think the current season's winners should lock in. And then if we're going to keep the stages the way we're keeping them, then race those 3 stages and 3 people who haven't won yet this season in general. So you could have like a Denny Hamlin or a Chase Elliott that has to race into the All-Star. Of course, have contingencies probably in play if we've only had like 2 winners. I like the past champion provisional. That's fine. But there's just too many cars. 24 guys in the All-Star event. Why not just bring the other 12 out there?
Yeah, I mean, you can make an argument for that for sure. I've always thought maybe an idea would be every winner after the All-Star race the previous year, and then the winners from this year. That
would be great. Yeah, and like resets.
Winners, but you don't have guys getting in twice just because. Like Michael McDowell, there's no reason.
Yeah, I was about to say
in the fucking All-Star race twice just because he wrecked his way into a 500. So,
you're speaking my language now.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, I mean, I've always that's a lot of the problem with the All-Star race is they just overcomplicate it, and too many guys. I mean, really, if you're running 25th or you start 25th and you're at Texas, what are the chances you're going to get through the field?
Yeah.
Even though Daniel Suarez did it tonight, but we'll forget that for the sake of convenience for our argument, right?
Right, but how often does that happen?
Very rarely.
Yeah.
I mean, the Open winner has won before, but it's Also,
Not
I mean,
in
I feel
Texas.
like, no, not at Texas. Oh my God, no. You could pass in a 30-acre field that's turn 1 and 2 in Texas.
I like the idea of eliminating cars. If we're gonna start 24, eliminate X amount per stage.
Me and you right here. I said last night, I was like, dude, we need to bring back the old survival of the fastest slogan they used to have. We eliminate 5 cars after each segment. Yeah. Dalton, what you think?
Well,
Been quiet over there. You afraid Kyle's gonna go eliminated?
no, we're actually in for the next 10 years, so it's all good. Because if you win the All-Star race, you're actually locked into the All-Star for 10 more years.
No, it's for the rest of your career now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they changed it. It was I think the Dale Jr. rule.
I was not aware of that.
Yeah, it was either Dale Jr. rule or Matt Kenseth rule or something. They did that back in
There
I
should
think
not be a
13 or
Matt
14.
Kenseth rule anywhere.
Yeah, no.
Okay, I'm glad you confirmed that because I was wondering why Ryan Newman kept coming in after 2012.
Yeah,
because I know he won in 2002, and then past 2012, like the seasons where he didn't win, he still kept getting in. I'm like, wait, is he gonna?
Ryan Newman had the provisional for having the most crash compilations on YouTube.
Go fuck.
Well, who gets that now?
I hadn't heard of that provisional.
Oh, it's still Ryan Newman, bro.
Oh,
I would say,
Newman?
definitely still. Brad's building it though this season.
Oh man,
but
he didn't wreck tonight.
You're right. Yeah,
Rouse is back, I guess.
The only way
Roush had a mediocre day. I mean, that's good.
Yeah.
For them, it was a championship winning day.
Right? Yeah, like they're all going home. They partied tonight.
Yeah, they definitely. Yeah, they had
all their cars
night.
Survived.
That was the Michael Jordan
backup.
That was the Michael Jordan thinks we're gonna win the championship today here in Atlanta for Roush fucking Keselowski racing.
Oh my God! All right, so me and Seth debated this on the pre-air show last night. What do you got? Do you guys have an idea of what the format should be for the All-Star race? Like, how the segments should be broken down and whatnot. I know you said eliminating cars and stuff, but yeah, go ahead.
Like I said, back in the days, like in the late 2000s, stage 1, 50 laps, stage 2 and 3, 25, 10 lap shootout, stage 4. I guess do like a little pit stop before the final stage, like a mandatory pit stop. Just like I said, simple. I mean, and that's another reason why I think the All-Star race is dead now, because we're just making complicated ass formats, like, the field inverts last year, and the stage 1 winner has to finish 15th or better, and stage 2 and 3 and shit like that. Like, and we're all just sitting here scratching our heads saying, well, what the fuck if he wrecks in stage 2 and like he's still in the race, but if he doesn't finish 15th or better, where's he going to be? Like, having to make all that shit up. So I don't know. It's just, if you're going to attract new fans, you should not have a complicated format like this. I mean, Doorbell McClure talked about it lots of times. Like, if you're a new fan and you want to watch the All-Star race, like you're sitting there saying, oh, well, NASCAR is an All-Star race too. I guess we'll see what this is like. And you have to explain, you literally explain what the format is. They're going to be like, you know what, never mind. I fuck this. So yeah, just like I said, the 2009 All-Star format, which is the best All-Star race, by the way, in history. I think that was the best thing you could do. It should have never changed to that. I think ever since we added these like mandatory pit stops and field inverts and shit like that. Okay, yeah, I see. Rest in peace, Davey. But yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Ever since like 2016, where we added like mandatory pit stops and all that shit like that, that's where it started to die off for me. Yeah. It should have never changed to that.
Cody,
hear me out. We keep the mandatory pit stop. I think that just adds something fun. So we like to do, and this is the word of the day, gimmicky, right? That's all I've heard all day. So if we want to do a gimmick, well, why not do a gimmick opposite of what we do regularly? Let's run a full race. No stages, no stage breaks, no stage cautions, 150 laps at a 1.5. And then every X amount of laps, the drivers who are, let's say, 12th through 16th, that position at lap 25, they get black flagged and they got to pull down to pits and park. And then lap 50, they cut out that many more cars.
Dude.
They flag them and park them. And then we keep going. We end up at a shootout. We're probably going to have a caution. We're going to have a few restarts and all of that. And then we crown the winner the good old way. And we'll stick with the no finish under yellow. Always going to be a green flag finish.
I actually don't fucking hate that, honestly.
That is exactly what we
said
did.
That last night to me.
I fucking said that basically exactly last night. I might not have had the length of the race that you did, but I said, hey, we'll take however many cars we have, set a certain amount of laps per car. And then after that point, a guy gets tossed out. Do it like that. And then you end up with 1 or 2 cars. Yeah. I love that idea, honestly, because that keeps everybody moving.
Right. Yeah. Because you're scared. What if you qualified bad? Like, what if Denny Hamlin's 16th? Or we could keep 24 guys if we're doing 150 laps.
Yeah. And if you do the eliminations, it'll actually make you more aggressive, like wanting to get to the front.
Even at the front.
To just like move the next guy out of your way. Yeah. Exactly.
I think something to add to this. I think 150 laps, just for me in general, I think the All-Star race should be a little bit shorter, maybe 100 laps, 75 laps.
100, that's fair.
Yeah, but maybe 100, meet in the middle or something. But I like the idea. I think we should also add in not only 1 mandatory pit stop, maybe add in 2.
I don't hate it, honestly.
Do they count under caution?
See, that's all. That's the only.
What if one count? We do 2, but 1 can count under caution.
Okay, we could do that. Yeah, that would work too. And I feel like you got to set like a time range of where that could be, right?
Yeah, you can't pit on the last one.
No, that fucks everything up though, because then if you get like a caution right before that.
I mean, it happened before.
How about after the first 10
like they
before
pitted,
the last 10?
They were going down pit road while they were waving the checker flag because they made their pit stop.
Well, and
Who was that, Dalton?
That was Jeff Burton.
Well, yep.
Then we had 16 where the caution came out with like 3 laps to go in the stage or something.
Yeah, and they penalized Matt, right?
Yeah, it was like I was like, if you're gonna do that, you can't count those last few laps under yellow. Like that's bullshit.
Yeah. That's another.
Of course, that's the one that that's the format Brad designed, so it sucks.
I mean, I like that idea a lot. I've always been a fan of inverting the field. I think that's fun as shit. But that's just me. I'm an agent of chaos. I love that.
Well, okay, so what if we did
invert the field?
Yeah, 100 laps. At lap 50, there's one of the competition caution and the invert.
Yeah, we invert. You have those eliminations, and you can't sandbag.
We invert
because you have the eliminations.
Right.
I've been saying this for years, and no one says it.
We invert the field, but under green.
That would be.
Dear God.
We would have it. What happened between Kyle and Ross tonight would happen every week.
Yeah, exactly.
Buddy's an agent of chaos. That's what he wants.
An agent of chaos. Look, we took Chase Elliott out tonight. I'm not gonna say nothing, but I wasn't mad about it. But that's an argument for another time. That was a hard hit, dude. I hate that. That was a scary fucking wreck, though.
Yeah, I think Chase had the brunt of that one.
Oh my God, yeah. Ross, I mean, hell, all 3 of them really took a fucking whale of a hit.
Yeah, Chase whacked the fuck out of the wall driver's side.
Yeah, while helicoptering, yeah.
Yeah, dude. I mean, okay, I don't want to shit on Ross, but also part of me wants to wonder where was he going a little bit, because it's so
everybody was in line.
Everybody was in line, and he was the only one that moved and just absolutely mounted Kyle Busch.
Yeah, when I looked at it on the front facing angle, so you can just see them like coming toward you, it made a little more sense because Ross basically moved down around the same time Kyle did. It doesn't really look like it from like the far away angle, but when you're looking at it straight on, like Ross basically moved down the same time Kyle did. At that point, he was fucked. He had no choice.
Shit happens
I
so
think
quick, but
I feel like that was like a spotter thing. I feel like they probably like told him for half a second to go low, expecting Kyle to shoot up the track or what.
Yeah,
probably.
I honestly I hate to use it because it's vague and it just like kills any debate or argument, but it was a racing incident, I think.
No, I mean, yeah, no, it was 100% just a racing incident there. I mean, you can't. I mean,
Now,
we're not in the cars. We don't know, but that was just like sat back and looked at it. I'm like, where were you going, bud? But yeah.
Now, I mean, everybody else just held on and was fine. So
yeah.
Speaking of stupid spotters, the goddamn 21 spotter.
Thank you. I was about to say it.
What the
now
fuck?
there's no excuse for that one.
Yeah.
No.
What were you doing, dude? Like,
it's like up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down.
Like, of course Harrison didn't know what to do. He couldn't see him until the 31 got out of the way, and then bam, he's right there.
Good Lord. That was some Tyler Mon shit.
Yeah. Tyler Mon must have been spotting for the 21 car.
Yeah, good for him.
Shit.
Getting a little extra check on the side. They definitely cut his pay after a couple incidents with Kyle this year, didn't they?
Yeah, they should completely cut his pay.
Oh man, yeah, that was dumb. Yeah, that Ross Kyle chase thing, that was fucking horrific. What? I hate this debate, but fuck it. Dalton, go ahead. Give me a rant on Goodyear real quick.
Before I say anything, I want to give a special shout out to all the dumb fuck Chase Elliott fans on Twitter. They're blaming Kyle Busch for this shit. Yeah, this guy kept trying to tell me that
just believe it.
Kyle could have just stayed high. I'm like, oh yeah, why don't you get in that fucking car and try to drive with a right rear flat? You know, like.
Well, hey man, I had a right rear flat going to Seth's house on the way to Bristol. All I'm saying is I didn't go wandering down the racetrack. So
how fast are you going, buddy?
I think that means I'm a better driver than Kyle Busch.
No,
we don't have to get into how fast I was.
40 miles an hour and 180 is probably a huge fucking difference there, buddy.
You take me for a pussy? I wasn't going no 40. I was going at least 85.
Yeah, literally in our group chat during all of that, Cooper sends a text and he was like, "I've had a flat tire on the interstate before and I didn't."
Fuck Cooper, he's a fucking dick.
No, dude, there's no. Like Cody said, it was 100% a racing thing. 100%.
It was.
Yeah.
But what was funny is that he said that Kyle should have stayed high. I'm like, okay, so you want him to stay high where literally everybody's going and have Ryan Blaney ass fucking pack him and cause like a worse wreck. I'm like, yeah, like good couch racing there, buddy.
Have you noticed the fact that he hasn't said anything about Goodyear though?
Yes, I was just about to say, yeah.
Chase Elliott fans being out the worst in people.
Yeah, I just fucking hate Chase Elliott fans. This is a good example as to why they're the worst fucking fan base in NASCAR.
Look,
Cody, do you have a rebuttal?
I'm not gonna say I agree with you, but go ahead, Cody.
I would like to think that I'm like the good side of the fan base.
There's a few of you.
You are. But oh shit, that's 75% that I fucking hate. Just get off online. Anyway. That now on to Goodyear. Campbell, like Kyle Busch said, the Daytona 500, that not good at holding there. After that happened, I actually have a Goodyear tire like in my living room from the All-Star race one year. It's like the option tire. Yeah. So right after that, I went over there, stood in front of it, and did this to it. I even took a picture of it. You can go to my Twitter and look at it.
We did that last year.
We've done that too.
I have the left front off of a car on my deck, and we took a picture of me in my Bowman shirt and Seth after Pocono last year.
I was sitting there like,
fuck you. Fuck you. Yeah, I want to know if it was the teams this year or actually Goodyear itself. I mean, because there's some races where teams just bring like a low amount of air pressure to the track or too much camber.
Like last week.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And other weeks, so like Brickyard for 100, they just bring a shit tire. It seemed like to me that all those that stayed out on after the first stage, all blew a tire. I mean, Kyle Larson, Raj Chastain did have a tire going down.
He did say that.
Right before the accident. And because after Kyle Larson blew his
went
tire.
back up.
Yeah. And when Larson blew his tire and Ross complained about his going down, I'm like, I hope he fucking lasts 7 more laps. But how far were we? Were we 2 laps away from?
It was like 2 or 3. Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah. I was kind of concerned, like, because a lot of people were having flat tires. So those who stayed out, I'm like, I hope he survived to the end of the fucking stage. But
the end of stage 2 is what? Only 40 laps into the race?
I don't know.
40 or 50. Like the tires should be able to last that long at Texas. I'm sorry.
And I don't understand. I feel like Kyle should have pitted at the end of stage 1 because, I mean, you won the first stage. All you have to do is just finish 15th or better in stage 2 and 3. I don't understand like why you chose to stay out and sacrifice. I mean, I get you're probably wanting to keep track position. That's fine. But I feel like that might have cost you that right there. And that kind of explains like what happened. But
I have a question for you, Dalton. And do you have glasses that match all of your Kyle Busch merch?
I actually do
Just
have
a question.
Yeah, so I got these from Yeats.com. I wanted a blue just to match my blue shit.
Okay.
I actually do have Kyle Busch sunglasses in my closet, by the way. Like they're
yeah.
yellow and they got 18 on the sides.
I was wondering, yeah, for you, the audio listeners, Dalton has his, was that crispy or hazelnut shirt?
Yeah, this is actually a crunchy cookie right here.
Crunchy cookie shirt.
But this is a hazelnut hat.
Hazelnut
Yeah,
hat
get
and
it
then
right, bro.
blue Yeats.
I actually have green Yeats for the interstate batteries gear too.
Son of a bitch.
And next week I got the red, white, and blue shades for the red, white, and blue scheme. So
This
I'm
man
all set.
is,
Yep.
I thought my drip game was good. It's pretty. I'll give you that one.
I got you fucking beat, bro.
I just need some Bush beer pillows and some Bush beer, some Bush beer sheets and all that. Man, holy shit.
well,
Cody, I think we're killing them here. I think we've got it all figured out.
Yeah, you and Cody.
This
I'm
is
the only one
superior.
who's.
This is the superior look here.
Yeah,
I mean-
we got it. We got it all made here.
Yeah,
we done.
And again for the audio listeners, Cody and Seth are wearing the exact same fucking thing. Like literally both orange shirts, both orange glasses. What's up, Happy? Bye. And
Both
Seth's
blue
both-
Hinder cats.
Seth's glasses are knockoffs, but
both
yeah, that's the
golfer
only
Hendrick
difference.
hats. Yeah.
Oh,
And then
you
there's me.
too? You too?
Yeah. Well, I did that for our Talladega video.
Yeah.
That's what you
I
gotta
have
do.
a Winston hat from 2000. Tonight
That
was
is
very
sick.
un-Winston like though. So
Very.
yep.
We did not bring the Winston back
we
tonight.
did not bring the Winston
No,
back.
not even fucking close.
No. But next year
Maybe.
we'll bring it back to Charlotte.
Well, just don't fucking go back to Texas and we will bring it back.
Yeah. But one last thing on Goodyear. Sometimes this year it has been the teams, but
Yeah.
we've seen enough times over the past several years where it's Goodyear and they just can't bring a tire that's worth a shit. And
Mhm.
we really need to take a look at this because it's not acceptable. Like the most interesting thing that happened tonight, other than Ryan Blaney's window net, was tire failures. Like
Yep.
that's pitiful. Like I hate it. Anyway.
Yeah. Now I will say, I feel like I'd like to hear a little bit more about it just because it was only 3 guys. Now Ross had one going down, but it was 3 guys on the same specific strategy. Now that makes me think that maybe not only it could have been a Goodyear problem, but it could have been a team problem knowing like, hey, we're going to stay out. And so they adjusted their
blow.
car for that.
Also, though, like, what's their camber like as a team?
Well, yeah,
Like, are they a little
exactly.
bit more aggressive
Yeah.
with their setups? But I mean, honestly, I like Seth's point because it's been consistent though, like throughout the whole season. I mean, the amount of tires that we've lost, whether they're like coming off as a whole or exploding,
RIP.
it's insane, right? So I think it's the tire itself. Like, I don't think it's like Goodyear's fault per se. I don't think it's NASCAR's fault or team's faults. I just feel like maybe the design of the tire as a whole might not be like efficient in our sport. Like maybe it's like too thin,
Yeah.
like narrow.
I don't think I don't see any reason why there can't be an interliner put in this thing. I don't understand that. You can explain me the science and logistics behind it. I will never get why we can't put an interliner in these damn things.
There's no science and logistic behind it. You can do it on a fucking road bike tire. You can do it on these.
Yeah, I don't.
See, and I think about that stuff all the time, but like I guess it's like maybe the naive kid in me still, where I'm like, I'm sure they've already tried it and maybe it just didn't work.
Yeah, I mean that's
Maybe.
yeah. You could. It very well could be that. Yeah.
But typically when you have something like that, and to me, an interliner in a race tire to me it's a critical part.
Yeah.
I feel if you get to that point where you've done this and it doesn't work, you go to the drawing board again. you've done something wrong. So it seems like to me NASCAR, I agree with you. They probably did try it and something was wrong with it. And they just said, oh well, it'll work.
Right. Yeah.
That's what it feels like. And
Something's just not right. Like,
Yeah.
there's no argument there.
Nope.
they've made a boo-boo somewhere and they're just not accepting it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Past that big ass wreck we had, it was boring. I was surprised, man. I was really expecting a barn burner from Texas Motor Speedway in this all-star race, but it was not, and I was very disappointed. But everything's bigger in Texas. We got down to the end, and Ryan Blaney dominating this fucking race, bro. Dominating. He's running away with it, right? And what the fuck was that caution for?
Okay, serious question for all three of you.
All right.
Who did anybody in here know that this was a rule tonight? Did anybody know that
Yes,
this
I
race
did
had
know
it?
it was a rule.
You actually did.
I didn't
yeah,
until Mike Joyce said it with like 2 to go.
I read it. It's on that graphic.
There were
From
so
last
many
night.
things on that graphic, dude. I
Are
lost
you
track.
Because I did not see shit.
I've
I'm being
always-
serious.
That's the way the All-Star race has been for quite some time, though.
Yeah, it
Has
says
it?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
I'm trying to see if I can find it. I don't know if I missed it or can't read his shit, but I could have swore I don't think anybody knew that was the rule tonight. I don't think Bob Pockers knew. Honestly,
I'm gonna be, dude. I genuinely, like, in
I
my
knew
head,
that
that
was
was
a
common
thing.
knowledge.
I
That's
knew
why
that was a
I thought
thing,
everybody
but it
was
doesn't say
stupid
it on
on-
the graphic. My bad. Sorry.
I thought everybody was stupid tonight on Twitter because I was like, I thought everybody knew that.
Yeah,
so maybe
I knew it.
like that. Okay. At
It's
least-
probably something, even if we've heard it, it's like we don't think about it because it's not common
Yeah.
at all.
right. Yeah, it's once a year.
Yeah. So I mean, I've probably heard it, but
But I think the controversy behind it as a whole helped fuel that, where people were like, "Well, they're making it up now."
Yeah. Exactly.
well, they were making up
You
why
can't
there was a
even make
yellow.
this up.
Yeah.
well, here's my point. Like, you promote all year long that, next flag against the race. Like, once you get to the white flag, next flag against the race, caution or checkered. And then you get to the fucking all-star race and you're like, oh, never mind, we're scratching that tonight. But you don't tell
Yeah.
anybody either. So,
Well, and this has been a problem with NASCAR for years when they make a slight rule change like that in like an all-star race or whatever. It never gets promoted enough.
no.
And so we run in these situations quite often where this instance will come up and everybody's like, what the fuck? We didn't know that. And it's like, well, I mean, if you had read the fine print that,
Yeah.
you shouldn't have to read the fine print on how the race is supposed to be.
Where I thought that this race had always been green flag finish only from its inception.
And, yeah.
Another thing I'm going to point out is that they literally could have just let Blaney cross the line. I mean, he was literally like
they didn't want him to.
No.
No, they
and
didn't want
here's
him to.
so here's something. Did you all see the stands?
Oh, yeah.
So it looked full, like from the perfect TV shots, right?
Mhm.
But that place was empty. The
Oh,
whole
yeah.
section coming out of 4, empty, all the way up to the start of the infield grass,
Yeah.
empty. So their money is coming from TV money. Where are the viewers going to want just a boring finish, or are they going to want that caution?
Nope.
They've
Yeah,
got to
they
do
want
it for
that,
the
yeah.
TV money. They have
Yeah.
to, because they're not pleasing the fans in the stands because there's not enough there to please.
Well, then you need to go to SMI and give them an ultimatum. You either are going to fix Texas Motor Speedway in this offseason, or we are going to cut bait.
if
I mean-
if you're going to need cautions to make the race better, you're a bad fucking track.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, we went through this in the the early 2010s where they were throwing BS yellows for whatever the fuck just to spice up the race. And you could argue it's the all-star race, whatever, but still, I mean, you should have your gimmicks, but you should still have the best drivers in the world doing what they do best. And it should be, for the most part, the same rules. Now, as far as like the whole must end under green, I'm fine with that, but yeah, it's got to be a real caution. I
Yeah.
understand where you're coming from 100%, where TV doesn't want it to end in a just a blowout win like Blaney was going to have.
So
And it didn't end up any better.
No,
Really?
it didn't.
Yeah.
No, I mean it played out like organically the way that it naturally should have. I mean,
Okay.
before they threw it. So I'm not sure if you guys know or not. Right after Blaney got done with his press conference, NASCAR's media communication officer did he was the sports
Scott
director.
Miller?
Yep, Scott. He did the post race press conference, and he did say we prematurely threw the caution.
Yeah, but they did it on purpose.
Right.
They 100%
but
did that on purpose.
He went through every little bit of that, and they were asking him questions, and he was just answering how he saw it. There was no explanation. He was just like, "Oh yeah, it's just spur of the moment."
Well, I mean,
We thought Denny had his net up, or Blaney had his net up.
Oh, bullshit.
Yeah.
Bullshit. Dude, see, that's the thing. And I feel bad because I feel like Scott Miller himself does a good job. But he always gets stuck getting his foot put in his mouth because they always pull some bullshit like this. Because here's the thing. That caution should have never happened. Like I've been saying, should have never happened. I mean, Stenhouse, when he had a tire going down or completely down and came to pit road, that was more worthy of a caution than the actual Stenhouse incident.
Yeah, and this happens on the backstretch while they're racing to the start finish line.
Dude, yeah,
where they're assuredly not gonna just ram into anybody coming around 1 and 2.
God, yeah. Dude, yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, oh, well, yeah, we thought this, we thought that. I'm like, dude, you got to do a better job. You are NASCAR.
Yeah.
You are not some Saturday night short track. You are NASCAR. You have these bajillion-dollar TV contracts and whatever. And if you're going to you got to come up with a better excuse than that. That's my point.
Back to what you said about, Scott Miller having to put his foot in the mouth for everybody. And that's exactly what Denny Hamlin tweeted. He tweeted that, Albert Cavana said that Scott Miller was going to have a press conference tonight. And Denny said, poor Scott going to have to take bullets for someone else. Should be a fun tap dance to watch.
Oh man, dude, Denny, much as I can't stand Denny sometimes, he says a lot of stupid shit, but a lot of times he has a lot of great takes.
He has great takes on Twitter, but usually when he's at the track, getting interviews, that's when he gets fucking stupid. But
Denny's wild.
His Twitter is fucking amazing tonight. I'm just scrolling through.
How he's at that point in his career now, where he's
he's at the Matt Kenseth point where he's just I'm just gonna say whatever.
And he just tweeted this. He said, "Breaking news: Mark Martin has just been awarded his 1994 Bristol win. It's time to make it right. Congrats, buddy."
Oh my god. Oh man.
Does he get fined?
No,
he's gotten fined before.
More
than once for that.
For Twitter?
Maybe not Twitter, but
just
comments he's made in the media. Yeah.
If Brian France was still CEO, he would get fined.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He'd already been fined. They'd be like, "Hey, Venmo us $15,000 right now."
Venmo.
So let's be real. Okay, did y'all watch any of IndyCar qualifying today?
I wish I would have.
No. Okay.
I did a little bit.
You did? Okay. So out of the three of us, in and out. Out of the three of us who watched both today, which did we enjoy more?
I didn't even fucking watch Indy 500 qualifying, and I enjoyed that more than this shit.
Man, dude, I definitely 100% enjoyed that.
Indy 500 qualifying for sure.
I tweeted on our Twitter. I said you should give the All-Star race to IndyCar and then just have it be a 4-lap average qualified for the Indy 500. That would be more entertaining than this. It was way more entertaining, and that's the thing. It's about Dalton's point. If you have to throw cautions to make it exciting, you clearly have a bigger problem.
Yep.
And they overcomplicate this. It should have just been a 10-lap shootout. No reason it should have been 50 laps. No reason you should be like, oh, we're going to throw a competition caution if there's not a natural caution. Well, then just add another fucking segment.
Or just shorten it.
Yeah, exactly. You created your own problem that you weaved in a stupid way to fix. So I don't know. And the whole instance, Blaney blew him out of the water. Blaney was going to win this race tonight. And after the big wreck.
Once he got his window net back up.
Well, even before that, he was going to win the damn race. And it just, I don't know, man. We're beating a dead horse.
Did anyone other than Blaney or Kyle Busch lead a lap tonight?
I think
Cindric led a couple.
Cindric led a couple.
Yeah, because he won stage 2.
Oh,
yeah, so those
I
are the only
forgot,
3
yeah.
guys that led all night, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I was gonna say that they just put for a sport that's so hell bent on safety, they just put a driver in like serious danger of.
Yeah.
So I mean, obviously he was not aware. I see this. This
Are you
is my
talking
point.
about Blaney?
Yeah, this is my point.
So
I
let
don't
me
think
preface. Blaney, after the race, said that he felt that his net was up and secure enough and safe.
I saw it fall off. Like with
it
the
was
lap
not.
to go.
I don't
Yeah,
think
it was
Blaney
100
would have said otherwise. I mean, he had nothing to lose by saying that he didn't feel safe.
He won a fucking $1 million.
He
Do you
may
think he
have-
gives a shit?
$1 million. We were talking about this last night. $1 million ain't shit to them.
Well,
He
And
won
that's
a
another
race.
great point too. Yeah, it's like we love to complain about millionaires winning $1 million. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, we do. I think there should be some sort of other incentive for the All-Star race. Maybe
I think it should be more money.
Yeah,
We were talking about
said
that
this
last
10
night.
million.
$1
We said
million's
$10 million.
nothing.
Yeah, and we're gonna put it up for him.
Well, you might be able to. I ain't doing that shit.
But-
No, yeah. Let's talk about the winter net thing. Dalton. Okay, so you said Blaney said that he felt secure.
Well, okay, so here's what I was gonna say. Like,
Yeah.
Okay. So, like I said, like NASCAR is so hell bent on safety, right? Well, they literally put Blaney in a situation where what if he wrecked, guys? Like honestly, what
Well,
he had a
yeah.
good chance to wreck on that. I thought Hamill was going to turn him at one point.
Yeah. And we
you just
already
don't-
saw a car launch over another car tonight. Like
that's why we had the window nets. Richard Petty, 1970 Darlington. That's another reason why we have window nets.
mhm.
So yeah, again, you have all these safety enhancements. Like you've improved on safety ever since the death of one of your greatest drivers alive, and then you do this. It's just very hypocritical. Complete embarrassment to NASCAR officiating. I don't think anything will top the stupidity of what they did tonight. That shit just sent me over the fucking edge because I actually saw the window net fall down like with a lap to go. I don't understand
Did it fall all the way down, or did it just
It
start?
fall all the way, but it definitely fell more down.
It was definitely like sideways pretty
Yeah,
much. Like
okay.
let's just say like one end was like still sticking up, but like
Yeah.
you could definitely see his his head. But yeah, there's a lot of people that died. Joe Weatherly at Riverside, when he hit the wall, his head hit the wall, but a window net would have saved his life.
1992, Davey Allison got a concussion. I mean, granted, they had window nets back then, but because they didn't have padding, his helmet hit the wall.
And what if like a
Now we have that padding for nothing.
big piece of metal? What if that comes in and hits his head? That's what happened to Justin Wilson at Pocono for IndyCar.
What if the same incident happens with Kyle Busch and Ross Chastain, and when that car launches over the back of Blaney, a piece comes off and goes in the cockpit?
Yeah, just like Ryan Newman Daytona too, when like Corey LaJoie like literally hit his head at like 200 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Blaney said that it was fine. He said I think like Blaney said it felt safe.
Well, okay,
Well,
I'm going
he
to say
probably
something,
didn't
I'm going to
know.
say something, and it's going to be super controversial, but it needs to be said. I'm sure Dale Earnhardt felt very safe in his car, and that's why he didn't wear a full face helmet. It should not be up to the drivers on whether they feel safe or not. NASCAR should make that call, and NASCAR didn't make that call, and it's
So
embarrassment.
what do they do?
They pull Blaney down pit road and say, "Look, dummy, you put your window net down." When his crew should have told him the caution was out. He shouldn't have been pulling his. Yeah, his crew. It was on his crew for not telling him quick enough that hey, you didn't win the race. They weren't paying attention to what was going on. And I'm sorry, it's a team sport. Your crew fucked up. Guess what? You're not going to win $1 million because you pulled your window down now.
So
too soon.
I love that take on it. I genuinely do.
Yeah.
If like NASCAR resulted to pulling him down, but I guess that they felt like it was suitable where he had it and he felt good enough about it.
Yeah, that's terrible. That was
Like
absolutely terrible.
if they pull him down pit road, I totally agree with that take on it. Because from my understanding, his crew told him he lost and like they were restarting and he thought they were joking and he pops it down and they're like, no. And then that's when we heard him on the radio say, "Oh, you weren't joking."
Yeah. I mean.
Yeah, let me go back to this. Like, I'm sorry to interrupt, but yeah, this is what I was gonna say. Like, this is why I don't think anybody was aware of that rule. Because I mean, obviously, all year long, you end the race. Like, if a caution comes out in the final lap, it's over. And I'm sure that's what everybody thought, right? I mean, I'm sure Bob Poggers didn't even know, like, to be completely honest with you. So, obviously Blaney's going to pull that window net down to celebrate. And then you put him in that position to where, like if he gets in a wreck, some serious shit's going to happen.
Yeah. I mean,
Brian may not even have realized that the caution came out before he crossed the line.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe.
Someone needed to say it. I mean, here's the thing. I told Seth while we were sitting on this very couch that
together closely.
Yeah.
Sexually.
Yeah, no.
You did.
We did have 3 people on this couch and you put your foot on me and that was weird. I didn't like that at all. Get off of me.
That's why I'm here now.
Yeah, exactly. I kicked him out. No, I told Seth with 2 to go, I was like, damn, I kind of wish there was a caution just to spice things up. Not really, but like, that's the only, whatever.
Yeah.
That's contradictory to everything I've said tonight, but it's what I said, whatever. And even Seth, you said it, Seth. You knew it. They said, well, they could throw one with 1 to go.
Well, Mike Joy just got done talking about it.
Well, yeah. Okay,
that's the only reason I knew. I didn't know before that.
He said it dude. People, me and Cody knew it. I mean, I knew it way before that. Yeah.
Yeah, I swear, I'm dying on this hill that it was common knowledge. I will die on this hill.
Yeah, it was 100% common.
Apparently, to non-Chase Elliott fans and not me and Dalton, it was probably common knowledge.
Yeah.
You might be the only Chase Elliott fan that knew that.
Yeah. I mean, ultimately, the whole window net thing, I don't like they let him go. I don't like it. And I said this. What did I say this about, Seth? Earlier this year about safety. Oh, I said it about the weird Hans device that Stenhouse and Larson had.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah, where their head moved a little bit too much for my liking. We've come too far in safety to just start letting that shit go a little bit, because you get more slack. Next thing you know, you're gonna have something happen.
Well, yeah, and definitely on the Ryan thought he felt safe. He can't see the bigger picture of it. So
he doesn't. He sees a win. And he sees a win right out in front of his.
I'm glad you say it that way, because I would shoot that down every time. He sees a million. What's a million?
Yeah. He sees a win. He sees a win in what used to be one of the most prestigious races in the sport. So that's
like a fun win.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. A win's a win, and Denny Hamlin was right. I mean, Denny said he's like, ultimately Ryan won, and that's what should have happened, but should have been black flagged. I mean, and
I'd have hated that for him, because it was just an honest mistake, but
integrity.
Them's the breaks. No offense to Ryan Blaney.
I mean, like Dalton said, I mean, with the Denny tweet, I mean, Mark Martin, I mean, he made a dumb mistake. Can't just let him go with it.
Give him that fucking trophy, man.
No, I mean, he fucked up.
Oh yeah, I agree.
But there have been a lot of teams that have been penalized for not having a rear window. So I literally thought they were gonna like penalize Ryan Blaney for that. It could be like an aerodynamic advantage or some shit. But
never, dude. It was never up properly. It was never up safe and up good enough. It was. Here's the thing. It was up. He felt safe. I guarantee he takes a hit. I bet you that thing comes down.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, he flips or something. Yeah, that thing comes down. Yeah. Like there's no way he had it on there 100% or good enough to where it should have, like, it would have passed.
I mean, he got it up like before they came to the green flag, but like once he took off at full speed, it was not going to last.
Yeah.
It looked so that's the only thing I'll give NASCAR the slightest amount of slack on, which they don't really deserve it, but for the sake of argument, it looked a lot better coming to the green for the restart than it did after that. Yeah, they could have still black flagged him, but at that point on the last lap, like, he's still got to come back around, and it's not going to be any safer.
Even if they would say, you know what, it's the all-star race, whatever, come down pit road, fix your window net, we'll give you your spot back. I would have been way more okay with that than letting him go with his window net down.
Yeah.
Or not completely up.
Especially since they should have never thrown a caution to begin with.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, and it was all about, Denny Hamlin said it best, 2 wrongs don't make it right.
I keep preaching this. If you are like exiting turn 4 and a caution comes out, you should just let them cross the line. Or like if a red cabin's like, and the leader's like exiting turn 4, you should just go ahead and just give them the checker flag. Just don't even wait the caution.
Nah, I love hearing Seth bitch about all the times Jeff Gordon almost got to the flag and didn't. So
I'm not over it. Not over it.
Martinsville
really
2012.
Honestly, Chase.
Martinsville 2010.
Darn.
It's happened to Chase Elliott so many times.
Happened to Harvick at California in 16.
Oh yeah, fuck. Kyle Busch, Las Vegas, and this year.
Yeah.
Oh man, so many things, so many fun. I was gonna say something about the All-Star race. Oh yeah, where do you guys think it should be?
Anywhere but that shithole.
Fair.
Do you have a preference?
I don't even know what to say. I after watching this shit, I feel like I deserve financial compensation. Like honestly, I don't think it should have ever left Charlotte in the first place. And this Gen 7 has made the Mountain Half so much fun to watch again, which is why I'm excited for the Coca-Cola 600 next week.
Yeah.
I would say I thought Bristol was fine too. I thought it was just too short. That was my only criticism of it. Hell, I don't think Atlanta would be bad either. They could go there. North Wilkesboro, when they get repaved and everything fixed down there, go back there. I might attend that. I don't know.
We would definitely be there.
Oh yeah.
I don't think you should leave any far like that, like the OG South, like Tennessee or Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, maybe Virginia for Martinsville. I don't think teams need to go all the way to Texas, especially like the Breakware Racings and BJ McLeod and that literally going out there for nothing or probably just to wreck their own equipment that they don't have. And so I don't know. I think stay in Charlotte, but if you're going to rotate, I don't think it should leave like the South, like where teams don't have to travel far. No Daytona. I don't think it needs to be a super speedway. I don't think that'd be a good race anyway with like 20-something cars. So
we just left there if we quit doing the Clash. So yeah, definitely don't do that for the All-Star race.
I think Cody, go ahead. What do you think?
Dalton, I was yawning at you, buddy. That's boring. I don't want to just go back and set somewhere static. Put the Clash back in Daytona and take the traveling circus along as the All-Star race. The NBA
last night, Seth. What
the
I said
NBA
exactly
is,
that.
Yep.
The NBA is the model child of having an All-Star weekend with success because you have a weekend full of the Rising Challenge, the rookie versus sophomore. You have the skills challenge. You have the 3-point contest, the dunk contest. Well, why don't we have like fun driver events, right? In a big city, they're racing in like the football stadium of a big city downtown. And then it all like every city with a football arena has an indoor basketball arena, right? Like it's stats, it's statistical. I guarantee it. If you look it up, it's true. How about inside of these like basketball arenas, they have the pit road set up for the pit road challenge. People can come in and fill in there.
Did you watch our video from this morning?
Dude, literally,
I did not. I swear to God.
Literally said exactly this. Exactly. I think the only difference is I said there needed to be like a 3-day music festival leading up to the race.
That works. I mean, we can have like big concerts too. Like if we're doing it in a football stadium anyway.
You do it in a market. Or you can rotate it around the tracks we're already at. That way, a track like Darlington, which has fucking nothing out there, or Talladega, for instance, you can have, like, if you had a music festival, you don't need a big city to do that. But
right,
also,
and then NASCAR could pick, like,
you can do all that stuff too.
What kind of demo are they reaching for, right? Are they going to base it on the market? So, like,
F1's a great model for this.
Yeah, like if we're doing it in the South, the way F1 does it, they eat up racing in Texas, right? They make it all Southern and country.
Yeah.
So if we do the All-Star race in Bristol, load up on country artists, like the biggest names, and like bring Luke Combs, bring Morgan Wallen, like all of those guys who are big in country music. Now, when we throw the All-Star race down, maybe in Atlanta, we bring like Atlanta rappers in and like just cater to that market.
Yep.
Because the All-Star races now, like it's getting to the point to where like people just aren't traveling as much as they used to, right?
Yeah.
Money's tight and it's expensive to travel. That's just fact of the matter.
And when it doesn't weigh as much and it's not like doesn't mean anything, people definitely aren't going to travel.
Right. Yeah. Like I went to Texas last year. I have this personal like moral compass where I refuse to just totally shit on a track that I haven't seen in person.
Yeah.
Because the racing is totally different. And I can use Richmond as an example for that.
Oh yeah.
I hated Richmond. Seeing it in person, it's a whole lot more fun in person. Way more fun in person. Texas is horrible on TV, and in person, it's somehow even worse. It's incredible. So, like, yeah, Texas is awful.
Yeah, I mean, I love your idea. I think we should move the Clash back to Daytona, do what Dalton's been saying, run it 20, 30 laps, pole winners only, and make your big LA Clash. We're going to race in a fucking football stadium, do whatever. We're going to do all this crazy shit, do it for the All-Star race. I mean, like that. And or you either do that or you keep in Charlotte. Because it was a nice 2 weeks
Right,
off for the
two
team.
whole weeks of family time.
Like, I mean, they got this. Yeah, or not off, but family time. They get to sleep in their own beds. 2 whole weeks of that. They got that for that. And I think if you move it around, you should do it right after an off week. That way you get a week off and then you go to the All-Star race.
Yeah, and it's like practice. You're getting like back into shape.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's definitely I like that. Seth, go ahead and and I like the idea. I did like the idea of Atlanta. I thought that was I think half the field at a super speedway Atlanta. I think that might be fun because it's not totally. It's a super speedway, but it's not like the Daytona to Talladega. It's not exactly.
Did you go to Atlanta this year?
No, we're gonna go to the July one.
Okay, dude. So we were there for that. It is incredible in person. Like
I enjoyed it actually.
I did not set the entire race. I physically could not set down the whole race.
Kyle Busch wrecked that race, and I still was excited.
I'm excited for it. Seth hates super speedway racing with a burning passion, and he loved Atlanta. He loved.
Are you one of those guys?
Yeah.
Old Atlanta is my boo thing. Like,
did you really say boo thing on this fucking podcast?
Old Atlanta?
Not old Atlanta, but last year old Atlanta.
It
was
to lay on
the
that
best
track.
thing.
I got to lay on that track the night before they ripped it up. And like that was a special moment because that was the last remaining surface other than New Hampshire that Dale Senior ran on.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was like,
I didn't even think about that, but yeah.
Wow.
So like seeing it go was awful, but I think what they did with it was absolutely incredible. The racing in Atlanta needed just something, literally anything.
It needed more horsepower.
Maybe this generation would have been fun on it, right? But
that's what I told him.
I absolutely love what they did with Atlanta. Like it's incredible in person. So much fun.
So I will wait until I've actually seen it in person to give my final verdict. But don't bank on it being any different than it is now.
Bro, you can't walk in there with that like nihilistic mind like that.
That's for what it's worth. I walked into Talladega with that mindset and I had a fun time.
Dude, he said absolutely hated Talladega. He's like, I don't even want to go. I don't even like Talladega. It sucks. And
How
we
the
win.
fuck?
He wins.
Super speedways are the best.
So like
I don't know if I agree with that. I think they're fun, but yeah, I think
like I've been to Daytona twice, and I've been to Daytona twice. Never seen an oval race. Put it that way.
Yeah. He loved it in person. So hopefully he'll like Atlanta in person. I'm excited to go.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think as far as location, obviously we know it shouldn't be in Texas. The good folks at Twitter had some great suggestions on what we should turn the Texas Motor Speedway into after we burn it to the ground. A parking lot for the Buc-ee's that's across the street from the track.
That's a good one. That's automatically like A+.
Oh yeah, 100%. They should turn it into a Spirit Halloween. And then this was one of my favorites, an Amazon warehouse.
That's giving a lot of jobs to the economy.
To which I replied, great. I would love to order my cat toys in 55-gallon drums of 550 horsepower Loyalist tiers from an Amazon warehouse on the Texas Motor Speedway property.
I have a suggestion for what Texas Motor Speedway should be. I have a suggestion. We should turn it into a little piece of
I was
West
going to ask
Virginia.
you, so go ahead.
We should turn it into a little piece of West Virginia. On one side of the
What the
complex, we
What
need
the
it.
fuck?
On one side of the complex, a church. On the other side, an Adam and Eve.
That property.
Oh my
God.
God, we have a joke for that we can't say on the pod. Anyway,
Fuck.
that's okay. I like that one. Dalton, what do you think? What should go on Texas property?
Well, let me fucking think about this for a minute. Let's do a U-Haul.
A U-Haul.
Yeah,
Wow.
there we go.
I like it. Cody.
Good Lord. Honestly, I say you just expand the Buc-ee's and just make it like a mega Buc-ee's, like just full size Buc-ee's.
Everything's bigger in Texas.
I mean, when you walk in this, it is like a mile wide.
Make
of
it
just Buc-ee's.
Make it the size of that Costco and Idiocracy. Yeah.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah. And it's just anything that's ever been invented or like is sold on this planet is in there. Like they have enough room to stock every product on this planet.
I vote another Bass Pro Shops pyramid. Or maybe another Bass
Dude,
Pro
nah.
Shops in
Listen,
the shape of something else.
Texas already copies my state enough. They're not about to steal our pyramid too.
Look, man.
Don't Texas my Tennessee.
Yeah.
Texas, Tennessee. Yeah. I mean, you could turn it into, anything, man.
Hang on. That reminds me. Bass Pro Shops has got to, at some point, make a scheme for Martin Truex Jr. with the pyramid on it. So it can be a fucking pyramid scheme on the racetrack.
That's beautiful. That's incredible.
If he does
Bravo
not
for
wear a
that
t-shirt if his shirt under his uniform is not the shirt that says "I got my ass eaten at the Bass Pro Shops pyramid," then I don't want it.
And his helmet should be tinfoil.
Dude, this is yeah. And bring back the tuxedo track suits for it.
Oh
Yes.
yes, 100%.
There we go.
Yeah, I think that that's the perfect way to close out this thing. Let's go ahead and give our sundress and dumbass for this. Seth, who do you got for sundress?
I wasn't 100% sure, so I went with Chris Buescher for getting into the All-Star race.
Solid. I'm gonna give it to. Man, this is tough. No, all right. Do you guys have one? I always struggle with it. All right, go ahead. Because I gotta think.
I guess my sundress is Ryan Blaney from actually winning the race despite all the bullshit to avoid like a shit ton of fucking controversy to make the shit even worse.
True. Yeah, that's a good one.
Daniel Suarez not winning the first stage
Son
in
of
the
a
Open.
bitch, I was thinking
The
about
second
that.
race or the second stage of the Open, but the final stage in the Open starts in the very back, finds his way consistently in the top 5 all race long. Absolutely, Daniel Suarez.
See, I was gonna say Daniel as well, but I feel like I talked too highly of Daniel Suarez on this podcast. Not that you can't talk highly of Daniel Suarez, but I didn't want to,
I guess you should just go with Ricky Stenhouse so we get all the Open winners in there and the race winner.
No, I'll go ahead and pick Daniel Suarez too.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Not for that reason, but for that reason, but also not for that reason, because my boy Daniel Suarez, for making my mom's day on Wednesday. We saw him at a Walmart in North Carolina, and oh my God, he made mom's day, gave her a big old hug, signed all her stuff.
He's
And
just out shopping.
he was signing at a Walmart.
Oh, I got you.
And he is the nicest dude in the world. We've met him tons of times. He knows us by name by now, and he is just the nicest dude in the world.
That's dope.
And yeah, so that's why Daniel gets my sundress, and he's a badass.
All
Cool.
right. Let's
All
go
right.
with our dumbasses. Do you want to go or
Oh.
want me to go first?
Wait, I'm gonna pull a Seth. NASCAR.
Yeah, I'd do it.
All right. So, but I have many reasons behind this. One, throwing the
Nail it.
stupid caution.
Nail it down to 3.
All right.
1, the stupid caution. 2, the format. 3, letting Ryan Blaney go. 4, the flag man.
What did the flag man do?
The initial flag man. You know what I'm talking about. Fuck that guy.
Yep.
And I'll think of a fourth one. Go ahead. Fifth one.
That was fifth. I'm gonna give it a 2 I'm gonna give it to Texas Motor Speedway for existing.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna give it to the 21 spotter for whatever that fucking was.
That's good. Yeah.
That is a really valid one. I think that's an underappreciated fuck up tonight. Like that was terrible. I think for me, and it hurts to give it out, but I have to. Tyler Reddick's spotter, dude, he was livid at that man going to the line on that last restart. I don't know if y'all heard, they played the radio chatter, and like the spotter was more worried about Tyler like trying to dump Suarez and run that higher line, and Tyler was like, "I'm trying, and it just doesn't work." And he's like, "And you can't wreck cars out here." And then after Tyler wrecked, he was like, "I told you I couldn't run that line."
Wait, I didn't hear. I heard he said I couldn't run that line, but what did he say about like before that? What did the spotter say exactly?
He was trying. So he told him he needed to move up, and then he indicated in some way, I don't remember it like to quote it exactly, but paraphrasing, he was telling him to like wreck Suarez. Don't let Suarez do that to him again, because that where Suarez blocked him on that run. I don't know if y'all saw that on TV.
Yeah, I saw.
But like he blocked the hell out of him. And so the spotter's telling him to wreck him and move up. And Tyler was like, "I can't run there." And then after he wrecked, he was like, "I told you."
Good on Tyler, man.
Yeah.
Good on Tyler.
I'm going to pass it out to his spotter.
That's good. That's a great one. Dalton?
I got 2 dumbasses.
All right.
1, Goodyear tires. And number 2, dumb fuck Chase Elliott fans.
I love it. I love it.
My you're fifth one. Call Cooper out there.
Well, yeah, Cooper is a fuck ass too, but I'll say that for tomorrow.
Cooper did have a take the other day that it was questionable, and I'm trying to remember what it was. Shit.
He just does it to be a dick. That's all I gotta say.
Oh, that's hilarious. I love that.
He's going around saying, "Oh, I'm a join Rowdy Nation now. Let's go." But I promise
he's a big Kyle Busch guy now.
Yeah.
I promise you, he's being a fucking asshole because that's what he is.
Oh, I know what my fifth one's gonna be, and I get 5 because fuck you. My
we
fifth
like Kyle
one
Larson on this podcast, so yeah, you always get 5 if you want.
No, 5 for when Harvick drove for Junior. 5. My fifth one is gonna be Kyle Busch for allowing me to pull for him in the slightest, and then the asshole has the audacity to blow a tire in front of the whole fucking field.
Yeah, I agree.
Look,
fuck you, buddy. That's stupid.
Hey, man. Hey, look.
That was the worst take that has ever been said on this fucking podcast.
You have not listened to enough of this podcast.
We've had some bad takes on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and by the way, that's going to be 2 laps for unsportsmanlike conduct there, Dalton.
It's freedom
Fuck
of
you guys.
speech.
Yeah, your freedom of speech are going against the constitutional rights of everybody else.
Dalton, stop, please.
You're costing us.
Take it to pit road and park it for 2 laps.
Can I just say one thing? Fuck
Go
Dave
for it.
Rogers. He's a fucking prick, and I do not fucking miss him as a crew chief. I fucking hate that fuck ass.
Look, man, I
You're
like
never
me
getting
some
Dave Rogers on your show now.
Hey,
Dude, I did not mind not having Dave Rogers on our show. Fuck him.
you never had to deal with Chad Johnston. I don't want to hear about it.
I'd fucking
I
rather,
would-
honestly. I'd
I
fucking
would-
rather.
Ugh.
I would love to have Dave Rogers on the show because, man, I need that man to like just sit on my couch and just talk to me and just talk me through
Tell you
life because
how.
he was a hell of a motivational speaker for Daniel Hemrick at the end of the race last year at Phoenix.
Fuck it. I'll just say this. When Carl Edwards wrecked in 2016 at Homestead and he's sitting there just like cupping his face, I was sitting there laughing my fucking ass off at him. I felt bad for Carl Edwards, but I was like, haha, fuck you, Dave Rogers. You're never going to win a fucking championship. That makes me happy.
And then he did.
Yeah, but I think one of the things that people don't appreciate about Kyle Busch crew chiefs is like how mentally strong they have to be. Like just and
Steve Addington said I mean, he damn near retired. He's like, man, I got both the Bush brothers and Tony Stewart. Fuck that. I miss Bobby O'Bonney.
Yeah. No, exactly. So I mean, like, imagine day to day, we know how Kyle acts. Like, we see it enough to know how he is, like, in the moment. It's probably like just the worst job. Like, they have to make such good money.
Oh, yeah.
Like, just being like belittled every single day. Like, if you sneeze, it's like he backhands you. He turns around and just slaps you. He's like, don't
Fucking
sneeze
killed.
near me. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
fucking killed. Yep.
Ours killed.
Okay.
Just imagine like breaking through their like psyche trauma that they have, and they're just like, oh no.
Dude, so I have a conspiracy theory. Did Bubba Wallace
Bubba Wallace.
yes, sir. Did they intentionally, like, because did he finish the race? I can't
Yes.
remember. He did
Yeah.
finish the race. Did they intentionally, like, fuck something up on the car just so it didn't come down to the pit crew competition? Because
Just to like spare themselves.
yeah, exactly. Because they got their pit, because 2311 got their pit crews off Wish. Like,
Dude,
they're
it's-
so bad.
So I'm a big Bubba guy.
I felt, dude, I love Bubba. And I feel so bad for him.
It hurts
because
every single week.
It just fuels the fire for those fucking assholes. Just because, like last week, like the man drove a hell of a race, drove all the way back up to 10th.
And fucking Nick
Not-
Adams. Yep.
Don't get me started.
So-
That's a dumbass of the week, and I don't want to go any further with that one. But yeah. Anyway, go ahead, Cody.
Yeah, so bottle this up. I'm the guy. I have 3 drivers I'm a ride or die for, and that's Tyler Reddick, Bubba Wallace, and Chase Elliott. Like, the worst fucking trio for luck. So like, anytime anything happens, it's automatically just like magnified by 1,000 times, just constantly and consistently. So like, the hurt is real all the time.
Look, man, I don't want to hear it. When Alex Bowman's not winning, this man is a dumpster fire.
It's insane. It's insane.
Yeah, and Harvick is just I think he's given up. And then
think
Daniel
now-
Suarez has 0 luck.
Dude, I think Kevin Harvick's in the oven right now. Like, I think when he's ready to pop out, I think he's gonna dominate for a bit.
Even if Harvick
He
was
better
like,
hurry up because I think he's done after next year.
well, even if Harvick was in a better spot, like driving wise right now, the cars are not there.
Yeah, the cars do suck.
Right,
for him
Ford
right
is
now.
struggling.
Yeah.
Ford as a whole. I mean,
Yeah.
tonight was insane the way they ran. I
Yeah.
was surprised to see that many.
Ryan Blaney had T-Rex.
They had 5 Fords in the top 10 with
Yeah.
I think it was 16 to go. Ford's just not had that kind of performance on the 1.5 at all. So maybe like NASCAR took everything to a wind tunnel last week, like the 3 different types of cars
Yeah.
to see.
Well,
So
and even then, they had to have 4 of the top 5 guys wreck out before the end of stage 2 to even get there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he was already there.
Yeah, but he was probably going to be 5th.
I mean,
or
Maybe.
so
yeah.
5 Fords running the top 15 is still like an improvement.
It's
for
better
Alex
than
Bowman.
than what they've been doing.
Yeah.
I do also talk to Alex Bowman on the phone this week. Pretty cool. My buddy Matt was at a dirt race where Alex was at. Got to talk to Alex for a second on the phone. So
That's dope.
yeah, I know. I talked, like
You jinxed him.
Alex,
you told him
since
to go
you-
win
yeah,
him $1 million
I did
bucks.
What'd you
tell him to
say
go
to
win him.
him?
I have no clue. I said, holy shit. That was the first thing I said to him. And then I know I ended it with go win $1 million bucks. I have no clue what was said after that. But anyway, yeah, Alex, if you're watching, which you definitely are, thank you.
Because Buddy plugged the pod. Oh, wait, he didn't.
Look, man, I was
Gotta stay
starstruck.
cool in that moment.
Yeah, exactly.
Buddy, we
man. You can't be
interviewed
like,
Kyle Larson. You can't be starstruck by Alex Bowman.
Nah, you gotta.
I don't
Man,
wanna hear
those
about
were
it.
fighting words.
look, man, hey, that's Daddy Bowman.
On the phone.
Yeah, on the phone.
Yeah. We interviewed Kyle in person.
People pay to talk to people on the phone. Seth,
Not Alex Bowman.
look, we're
In
going
that
to leave it at
context.
that, but you guys take that for what you want. Anyway, let's put this race on the bitching scale before this goes down a rabbit hole. What's up?
All right. The top of the bitching scale. I'm going to vote for the top of the bitching scale being,
Doesn't matter. It's going at the bottom for me.
yeah, the bottom is Texas Motor Speedway, and that's exactly where it goes.
All right.
Also known as hell.
All right, the top being the top shelf of the Buc-ee's across the street. All right, cool. Dalton and Cody.
I'll go first, actually. The gas station, the exit right before the Buc-ee's is where it's gonna fall.
Oh, is it shitty?
Yeah, it's just like a mid-tier like shell, normal size shell.
Normal size shell? Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
you, Joey. Dalton.
Yeah, the bottom is definitely Texas Motor Speedway. And for the top, there is none. There's none.
Yeah,
There's none.
I'm in agreement. Yeah, it is right there, right at the bottom where Texas should be. Any last words, boys?
This is Dalton's cue.
Yes.
Texas Motor Speedway, shitty ass track. I will not watch. We're back here next summer for the All-Star race. 500 miles of this shithole is going to be fucking marvelous this October. Can't wait for it. Fuck Goodyear tires. Fuck dumb. Fuck Chase Elliott fans. You know who I'm talking about. Shitty ass night. I might take the day off left or call tomorrow because I'm about to die from heat exhaustion with no fucking AC. Horrible weekend. My AC works just as good as Texas Motor Speedway.
Tires.
Huh? Yep.
Goodyear tires.
Yep. AC did a blowout like a Goodyear tire did. Yeah. Just fuck everything about this weekend.
And that was Dalton with the Left Turn Colt. Don't get that confused with Buddy or Seth with the Big Motor Small Blade podcast. Chase Elliott fans. Anyway, go ahead and plug you guys' pod as well.
Cody, you can do that. That's
Okay.
your thing.
Find us anywhere: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. It's all at Left Turn Colt. We do a NASCAR show live every Monday night following the race. We like to sleep on it and let it marinate, and then it's just chaos from there. So, if you're ever free on a Monday night, find us there.
Monday night. I like it.
Monday night.
I like it. I like the Southern drawl.
You gotta
Occasionally,
have
I'll
it.
bring that out. Yeah.
I'm not a smart man, but I know that Texas.
I used to
fucking
keep mine
sucks.
hidden all the time, and I finally started letting her out.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
We'll be up in Indianapolis this week, and everybody there's going to be like, "Oh, you got two teeth over there? God dang!"
Yeah.
Dude, so I went to the 500 last year. Those people up there, like, just be ready, bro. I wore a NASCAR shirt and got heckled.
Really? I've never. I mean, you've been to the 500 many times, Seth.
I've
but
worn
I've
my
never
Larson
gotten
gear.
heckled.
I've worn my Larson gear at the 500 last year. Nobody said shit.
Because I think
Really?
everybody
Yeah, I
wants
got-
Larson there.
That's
Yeah,
true. Yeah.
yeah, that's like a shield. They're like, yeah, bring him over here.
Yeah. But anyway, good.
Oh no, you're good.
This has been the Big Motor Small Blade podcast. I'm Buddy Pulley. He's Seth Dolby. I'm Sundress. He's dumbass.
I disagree.
Yeah. Next week we will be at the Indianapolis 500, so you'll have some coverage from that. Maybe just maybe we might not be on this channel. We might be somewhere else next week.
Maybe.
But we will see. You will see us for the podcast next week for Indy 500 and the Coca-Cola 600. Other than that, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all that fun stuff. Subscribe on YouTube. Remember, we are at 100 subscribers, so sometime in the near future, me and Seth will be getting Big Motor Small Blade tattoos. That'll be fun. We'll make sure to film that. Other than that, y'all have a great night. Fucks Texas.
Bitching.